All right, let's see what's going on here. Let's make sure everything works. I'm definitely clocked in. Hey, what's going on, party people? Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. It's definitely a pleasure having you here. I go by the name of L'Esprit. I am a spiritual healer. And technically, as a spiritual healer, what I do is that I help you to become in alignment with yourself. But for you to become in alignment with yourself, you would have, therefore, I help you to truly become emotionally and mentally balanced. And when I'm talking about being emotionally balanced, I'm definitely not referring to, let's just say, acting a certain way or, being polite, not to raise your voice. No, being emotionally balanced has everything to do with you having a greater understanding on how your emotions are being created, for you to now to identify your emotional pattern. And last but not least, if you have any type of emotional blockages, then you would know how to deal with it, how to remove it. In fact, in the occult, I think I might be getting ahead of myself here, but since I'm mentioning this part, we talk about, healing your wounded child. Well, that all of that is just a fancy language referring to those early emotions that you had, those disappointment, that shaped you a certain way, and you created a whole different world. So now you're gonna have to come to term with that. But anyway, I guess the part of you being emotionally balanced is that you have to heal your wounded child, pretty much. But again, that was a giveaway. I was feeling a certain way. I guess you just got 3 for 1, nigga. Nigga, you just got 3 for 1. You know what I'm saying? It was all for you. You know what I mean? It was all for you, man. But anyway, so being emotionally balanced is you mastering your emotion, pretty much. And for you to master that, you have to get into the details as far as, okay, so how they being created, to know everything that there is to know about your emotion. You know what I'm saying? So you have to acknowledge that. So as a spiritual healer, I help you with that. That's how I'm giving you that medicine. I help you to identify these things. And also on the flip side of it, or as well, I should say, to be mentally balanced. Because everything, your mind is being shaped by everything you encountered, pretty much. That's why you have to understand your culture, because your culture shapes you to think a certain way. Do you see what I'm saying? So you have to for you to master your mind, you have to again understand how your mind is being shaped, how is it being influenced, and who are those influencers. Do you see what I'm saying? So you have to identify all of these things because you can't master your mind. How do you master your mind if somebody else is controlling your mind? It's not self mastery. But anyway, I help you to understand these things. And as now that you have become mentally balanced and emotionally balanced, now they become together. They become in alignment. That's the whole idea of mind, body, and soul. They all come together in a sense of, damn, like in all senses. You know what I'm saying? They all come together. They become in alignment. In other word, in another way of saying that is that the word at this point has been made flesh. But anyway, that is the purpose of what we, as a spiritual healer, that's my purpose here. I help you to get it together. So you coming back, you already know, motherfucker. Get your drinks. Let's have some fun. You know what I'm saying? Let's do what we do. You already know we always breaking bread, baby. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? This is your supper tonight. You know what I'm saying? We're sitting down with the 12s. Walling, I'm walling. But you gotta understand, there's always a Judah. Stop. Anyway, so you already know what we do here, guys. It's always a pleasure. Thank you for coming back. You know what I do here, man. So just another day at the office. Now, with that being said, as a spiritual healer, the tool that I use is spirituality. And before I even tackle any conversation, for me, it's very important for me to help you to understand what spirituality truly is. Why? Well, shit. Like that's a tool. I mean, do you see what I'm saying? Like how, you know, you because that's the information needed to truly become emotionally and mentally balanced. Because spirituality is the name of the game. I mean, it's the name of the game because everything is spiritual, everything is mental. So therefore, I was saying this to say, I mean, I can't dissociate spirituality from all life. So therefore, I have to let you know spirituality is the life. It's everything. Jesus, let's just say, okay, Jesus was living in this life. He was a carpenter. Like this is showing you he was just a regular person, humble, humble beginnings. This is just to relate to you because a lot of you guys don't truly understand what the narrative is all about. This is just all a narrative. When we're talking about the Bible, we're talking. This is just a story. It's all shaping your mind too. you know what I'm saying? That's why you to become the creator, you have to be in charge and understand all of that. That's what makes you the creator because nothing actually takes place without you, conscious or unconscious. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, because I remember in the past, I always say, if you, let's just say, if you're Christian, well, Muhammad means nothing to you. But what does that mean, though? I'm telling you, like, that's not part of your program. You're not concerned with it. It means nothing to you. Now, the question may be, what makes you think now? You know what I'm saying your shit is better than his. And that's the conversation that people have been having with Christians. You're just a brand new religion. Now you have the fucking Kemetic and all types of religion existed before you. How do you somehow, what I'm saying, become the talk of the town? That's what the little talk is all about. But again, you got to see it on a bigger scale. I'm trying to let, I'm trying to help you to see it from a God perspective. You see what I'm saying? Let's take it a step further, man. That's what I'm all about. We're diving deep, nigga. But anyway, so when we're talking about spirituality, because that's a whole conversation too. Like I done open up something, that would be a whole conversation. But I want to remain, I guess, connected to what we're talking about here, right? Let's stay on track. So, if you see the title, but most importantly, let me expand a little bit more on what spirituality is, right? Because that not only that is the tool that I use, but if you understand truly spirituality, then you understand your life. Like, well, that's self aware. That's what consciousness is all about. That's why people wouldn't look at spirituality as part of their life. It's something else, and not understanding that when we're talking about spirituality, it's the understanding of this life. We're not talking about something like that exists somewhere else. It's telling you, yo, man, like there's a God, there's karma. There's karma, there's we are spirit, man. We are that's what you're trying to let him know. But you're talking about the life that he's living right now. There's some motherfuckers, that's why they just eat shit and live and party. You know what I'm saying? So of course, to a nigga like this, now here I am trying to give him, hey man, you more than that. Nigga said, you nigga, you tripping. Well, isn't that's the whole Jesus shit? If you understand the underlying story. That's why anybody, let's just say, if you gonna be in Jesus, you have to follow him. Meaning you have to become him too. Like I always tell you guys, right? You gain nothing from talking about anything, but you gain everything when you're trying to do some shit though. Do you see what I'm saying? Listen. There's no way outside of you're gonna have to put the work in. There's no other way. You got to put the work in. Meaning that transformation, that accountability, that understanding, that growth, because all of it comes, with you putting the work in. So again, when we're talking about spirituality, that's your regular life, motherfucker. And now we use the occult to give you a deeper understanding of what you're looking at. And to keep it a little bit light with you, that's when I'll tell you, you know what, you have a conscious mind, then you have a subconscious mind. You know what I'm saying? But all of that is just to get you for you to know, nigga, you spirit. You have a subconscious mind. Now, guess what? We all talk about now the power of manifestation. Oh shit. Well, okay. Now, if you could do that, who are you? Who the fuck is you? And this is you on a regular day. This is you every day. So to think spirituality is not part of your life, you wildin'. It's totally fucking ignorance. That's what stupidity is. You're a dead man walking, or you're sleepwalking. It's all the same, different levels, but ultimately you're not it. That's why this type of knowledge is for the living. I had to turn up for a second. Oh, I'm very emotional. And I don't hold it back at all. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? It feels too good. I'm too in line. Like, I'm too nice with it. I'm too fucking nice with it. That's what it comes down to. Find your beauty. You know what I'm saying? Find yourself. I'm here to give you that medicine. We're giving sight to the blind, man. You tell them what you see over here. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Tell them what you see, man. Tell them. Be a witness to this. It's never done like this before. I'm saying? Feel very special. Ain't no shame in my game, motherfucker. I feel that special. So, like I just gotta talk my shit for a second. God damn it. That's what this whole connection is all about. That self-awareness. I'm just, I mean, how else do you want it? I'm explaining it to you and I'm showing it to you. It's two for one. You know what I'm saying? But again, you have to, you got to be open to that type of information. Meaning, if you get that, you were ready for it. But if you don't get it, okay, you did not do anything wrong. It's okay. It's okay. Like it's a higher level. Just like they say, what I'm saying, the lower men or the blames everybody. You know what I'm saying? Or if you want to say the less intellectually developed, they blame everybody for what they do. Now, when you become average, and trust me, there's a reason why I'm calling this average. When you become average, or you become initiated, then now you start taking accountability. It's beautiful. You got to start there. That's the beginning. But understand there's growth in it. So when you become enlightened, we ain't taking accountability. I mean, accountability is not needed. It's not. It's all good. I needed that. What are you talking about? A good opposition helps you to get better. You know what I'm saying? That's part of you. That's your growth. That's you transmuting your emotions. You know what I'm saying? That's you making miracles out here. What's your miracle ass? Bunch of miracle genius motherfuckers. That's what we do. That's why we're here. What the fuck was I talking about? Yeah, so I was talking about with all of that in mind, all of it. God damn, man. Know who you are. Ultimately, that's what it comes down to. The whole spirituality. But again, I just, just to, okay, so let's just finish on that spirituality bullshit because we got some, well, again, that's the foundation. I got to get you there. I got to get you to start there. And that's why I always have to emphasize for you to understand. It's your regular fucking life. It's your fucking humanity. Then now you're going to have to go through the veil, meaning you looking through the illusion. That's why the Mayan called this world an illusion, for you to truly know who you are. But ultimately, the game is to let you know who you are. Once that happens, game is over, baby. Listen, that's when you drop the mic. Now, because you see things exactly for who they are, or for who and what they are. Come on, man. That's why you don't argue with fools. No, you a fool. Why am I gonna argue with you? You wouldn't argue with a 2-year-old, would you? This is what I'm saying. It's not even. It's just now you become the knowledge, and the whole idea of not spilling or casting your pearls before swine. It's also reflecting how much you got to appreciate yourself. Not just understanding knowing. That's why in the Kabbalion they tell you when the teacher is ready, when the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Oh, this shit is dope. I love that kind of shit. But I'm also showing you the underneath work that's taking place. When you get there, again, you are reflecting the law of correspondence. There's so many shit that's taking place here. But anyway, that's the multi-universe that you're living in. We're just trying to get you to be conscious of it. Because now you have identified yourself, unfortunately, due to ignorance, to only your physical aspect. Even when they tell you about the law of manifestation, you don't even question yourself. Like you could say to other people, hey, yo, you know what? Now we could do that. Remember the law of manifestation said you could do that. Oh, I remember I did that. I remember. Yeah, a lot of you relate to it because it's you. This is the part. Listen, man, I just gotta spank you on that one because you fucking sleeping right here. This is when reality is all in front of you, but you don't see it. That's why I gotta turn up, to be honest. Listen, but I'm also like, you know what I'm saying? I'm also, I wear so many different hats. I gotta whoop your ass. Oh, Boo gotta come out too sometime. You come on, nigga. This, I'm getting ahead of my. Woo! I'm getting hot in here. That's why in African spirituality, what I'm saying, we know what who Ogu is. Cause like shit, I fuck with all my superheroes. Man, yo, look for your superheroes, man. Like they protecting me, bro. You know what I'm saying? The Transformers, all them niggas around me. Yo, I'll roll deep, man. For real. It's that way over here, nigga. You know what I'm saying? We fuck with the divine. If you know, you know. But this is speaking for itself too. Don't do it. Mm. Excuse me, I had to get on my Haitian tip for a second. You feel me? Because I love that kind of connection, man. That's why, ultimately, even in me having the Patreon, I want to be able for us to connect on that level. You see what I'm saying? Like on that type of level and understanding, like a true class of elites. you know, man? Come on, I'm a fancy motherfucker too. I'm shit, nigga. I'm conceited. You know what I'm saying? Like a motherfucker. But anyway, the importance for you to understand that this is your life. Your spirituality, we're helping you to understand that your spirit, bro. Seeking the kingdom of God, the kingdom within. So every time we talk about kingdom, we're is referring to your world, you. That's why you have to become the king of your kingdom. That's why, in African spirituality, we call each other kings. You know what I'm saying? Peace to the gods. You know what I'm saying? When you hear niggas say, yo, peace to the God, you know what I'm saying? It's another way to say namaste. Yeah. On a greater degree. Meaning I'll acknowledge the God in you, but you know what I'm saying? It's like more saying I'm acknowledging your consciousness. Peace to the God. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the wisdom. I know it when I see it. You know what I'm saying? But the flip side of it too, you know what I'm saying? Because we understand that you are spirit. So even if you don't see me, I still acknowledge you too. And that's what namaste means when the monk are talking to you. When they say namaste, they say it to people they know who are not conscious to let you know we are still the same, but you don't know who you are. It's okay, baby. You'll get it in time. That's when the love and compassion comes in. Oh, you looking good out here. That's how some motherfuckers come on, man. Yeah. Get out of here. I just get them the fuck out of here, though. You know what I'm saying? You don't matter. it don't matter, bro. I wouldn't be a spiritual healer if I didn't heal myself. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I got a 24-hour, you know what I'm saying, like emergency kit around me. Come on, man. Because this whole work, I mean, I know I was being funny with it, but ultimately, what I'm truly saying, That self consciousness, that work's got to be done every day. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's what living is. To have that activated. Are we on all day, every day? Isn't that? I mean, what's the point of being? When you wake up, you up. So we're trying to get you to wake up, baby. But I can't do it when you're not ready. I'll play the music. I'll have whatever it takes, to wake you up better. Because I don't want to wake you up and giving you a nightmare either, too. So it's okay. I know how to, I'm your healer, and that's why I help you to become emotionally and mentally balanced. They got to come together. You know what I'm saying? And when you do so, and as us Haitian nigga, we say, you know what I'm saying? That's why we say Nabule, we are radiating. We alive over here. Nigga, I'm just saying hello. I'm alive, nigga. And that type of alive is being on that level too. The level of understanding energy being present. You know what I'm saying? And again, that's why even language is a reflection of us. So when you truly understand the nature or your nature, even your speech is a representation of your mentality. Then now when you start delving into what the fuck is my mentality, then it's like it's a mind, it's an understanding, it's your essence, it's who you are. That's why the Kabbalion calls it a living mind or spirit. That shit. The Kabbalion, these niggas are nice, man. These niggas are nice. I see it. You know what I'm saying? We're not repeating shit here. If we are, this no is being done understandably. So I'm saying it in the same light this motherfucker's saying it. Oh, we understand it. We are the knowledge. Ultimately, that's why the word's got to be made flesh. You have to become that knowledge. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying? We want to have knowledge to become wise. You know what I'm saying? That's how we're giving blessing to the children, man. You know what I'm saying? Let them come, let them play, man. You know what I'm saying? Let them play. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my uncle too, man. That was my nigga. You feel me? You know who you are, baby. That nigga passed away. You know what I'm saying? That was the first nigga I love his, you know what I'm saying? This nigga was that nigga to me. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? And but anyway, I had to love him to love me because, I was loving me and him. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, that's what it's like to be me. You know what I'm saying? Then I became me. You got to. But anyway, now, in so many words, I was just being so dramatic, to talk about pretty much spirituality because that's what this whole shit is all about, bro. What you call in the sacred texts or the different disciplines or teachings, sacred teachings, it's all the purpose is about remembering, helping you to know who you are, that you are more than just this physical or this flesh, meaning your true nature. They helping you to see beyond the veil, looking at this life on a whole different level. It's not how much you see, but it's how you're looking at it. It should change your whole fucking perception. That's you now looking at the matrix. You're looking at the dots. You know how it looks like in the matrix, but you're looking at the dots. That's what consciousness is. That's what seeing the truth is, or looking beyond the veil. That's how it's shown in the metrics. Now you're looking at the dots. You know what I'm saying? You a dot nigga. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, shit, you dot nigga. Ooh, okay. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? It's all mental. It's all spiritual. But understand this: when I'm talking about being all mental, and even the Kabbalion tells it, if we're saying your speech, it's reflecting your mental. So what we're truly saying is, even the words, the sound you talk. I mean, it's more, it's that and more. But I'm truly saying all of that because that was relevant too. But I'm saying all of that for you to understand not only that your spirit, but let's just say there's nothing else besides that. But it really comes true, like come to you having a deeper understanding of this reality, and that's what the occult does to you. Those sacred teachings, those in fucking Egypt, you know, I don't the fucking Sufis, Buddhism, Christianity, all of that shit. It's nothing but a part of you. Now, you being the creator, understand certain culture you attach to shapes your reality a certain way. That's how you're living your life. That's how you see it. You expand that consciousness or that understanding. Now, you okay, you could do that, then you could do this too. And that's how you change your reality. You know what I'm saying? That's why some people will tell you, hey, motherfucker, just travel, dog. Get a passport and travel. You just see, man. You'll be amazed. You'll be thrilled. Right? You know what I'm saying? Literally. And that's why, but anyway, to conclude, pretty much, yeah, that was a long conclusion. I never take that long. But again, you know, the bottom line, regardless of what I'm talking about, in fact, it all comes down to you. Now, in my last recording, I talked about, your elemental nature. The purpose of me talking about that was for you to understand, there's different levels to you to truly get to see you for who you are. But most importantly, what I was also talking about was I was using nature to let you know your relationship with fucking nature. How, when we talk about metaphysics, they talk about the same rules that exist in the physical plane also exist in your life. It goes beyond the physics. That's what metaphysics is. So now, beyond the physics, now to your life. We use the same language. You reap what you sow. Well, guess what? In life, in nature, if you don't plant a tree, is it going to grow? See, a lot of people, they don't want to work. They just want to get the tree, but they don't want to plant the tree. You know what I'm saying? And not planting that type of tree, you planting another tree. But that's a whole different conversation. I'm saying all of that to say that's why our ancestors too. I may have to add to it that we worship nature. What we're saying is we know wisdom in nature. In fact, we use nature to expand our consciousness. And that's what you see in those African fucking whatever the fuck. or spirituality making I mean, making a reference to nature. We learn from the wind, we learn from the sun. Listen, man, this is deep. We're talking about a different state of consciousness at this point. Now, at this point, you more than just your physical self. In the same life, nigga. Like, yeah, in that life where niggas are shooting, killing, rapping, like doing whatever the fuck they doing. Yeah. Yeah, you mean to tell me, yeah, nigga. I mean to tell you, you scratching your ass, you spirit, nigga. You're just a spirit scratching your ass, dog. Again, you are spirit. So that's the foundation of what I use for me to help you to know who you are. But of course, we have to dumb it down. We have to break it down, not necessarily dumb it down. In certain circumstances, we got to dumb it down, break it down. And, that's what you're seeing in those different disciplines. But ultimately, it's for you to know who you are, which is spirit. Now, referring to my last post, because this is going to be, as you can see now, what I'm saying, you got to be in your element. But now, my last post, I talked about the elemental nature, meaning, just by using nature, you see, like, we have those traits in us. We will reflect it too. Not just that we learn from nature, but we also represent nature in in everything that we do. That's why the wise men, or even if you're looking at the school system, even though they don't look at it, they don't call it, they don't give it that term, but they would tell you you have different intelligence style or different ways for people to learn. Well, what the fuck does that mean? If you understand the relationship, we're saying nature, you reap what you sow. You know what I'm saying? And the way you plant the seed, it's not gonna be the day you eat the tree. I mean, you eat the fucking fruit. So these are all things that people are telling you, man. You know what? You got to do the right thing. You don't see it today. Someday you'll see it. Some of you motherfuckers are looking to be compensated right here, right now. And then we're telling you, hey, man, that's not the way it works. Not even nature worked that way. People who are haters, they don't even have an understanding of their nature. That's why they hate on you. And you have to understand that. That's why you forgive them. You say namaste. So when you see it that way, there's no fighting. There's no like trying to forgive. There's no, you know what I'm saying? I mean, all of that, if that's where you at with it, well, I'm a spiritual healer. That's why we're saying we're trying to take you on a level where none of that matters anymore. That mistake that I did 10 years ago, I needed to do it, dog. I know we're talking about taking accountability. I'm glad I had to say, oh, that was fucked up. Now it got me here. Now that I'm here, I needed that for me to get here, though. How is this bad? Accountability for what? I didn't shit. That's why they say life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. They trying to tell you, like, this is the conversation we're having. Again, by you to have a true understanding of who you are. So these things are being reflected around us. We make it in our speech, but yet we don't look at ourselves, and that's the ultimate ignorance too. But we do it any fucking way. right? So when we talk about the elements, I'm talking about earth, water, fire, and air. It's all in you, even in your body, your physical body, my bone, my face features, all that, my hair, that's earth. So that type of an okay, and then you have my blood, you have your water, my mental, you have the air, then the passion, my creativity. But even in your body, your digestive system, you got that fire in you. That's how you burn your food, right? Isn't that what when we're talking about metabolism? Isn't it that fire that burns shit in you? Then you pee, you drink water, so you all that shit. So to really be in your element is for you to put all. I'm getting ahead of myself. I got to make a part two of this. You know what I'm saying? Because I think I took a little bit too long on talking about, what spirituality is. But again, it was needed. You see what I'm doing here? So who's taking? Who cares? I'm true. I'm breaking it down for you. I'm trying to tell you why I don't care. But it's not because I don't care. It's because I care. But then there's levels to it. I don't care because I care, bro. I care about me. Do you see what I'm saying? But anyway, to get back to the conversation, I'm showing you, what I was trying to, I'm saying this to show even in your physical body, you represent those elements. But the point that I'm trying to say again is making the connection of the same shit that exists. It's like we bounce one to another, like we are all one. I'm making the connection between us and nature and us. That's why if you don't plant anything in fucking nature, you're not gonna reap anything. Well, guess what? If you don't, you don't, you can only reap what you sow. You didn't seed anything. You didn't plant anything. Isn't that the same shit that happens in all life here? Do you see what I'm saying? And that's what metaphysics is telling you. But most importantly, what they're not telling you and should be telling you, just like the same thing they do when talking about the law of manifestation. The biggest shit is for you not to talk about you. Because if you could do all of these things, what the fuck does that say about you? There's levels in this. And I'm a quality man. What the fuck are we talking about? I keep it classic and simple, short and whatever the fuck, and precise. So again, this is all comes down to you, and yeah, I definitely will say this. When I'm saying it, and as you'll see in the title, to be in your element, that's what I'm talking about here. It goes beyond you understanding because you got to see when I was talking about your elemental nature. But I'm going to recap it real quick just so it all makes sense. So, to recap, right? So I showed you, and I was saying using that type of example, the way I mean, the day you plant is not the, what I'm saying. This shit that are taking place in nature, they're also, like, listen, the day you go to the gym, it ain't gonna be the day, nigga, you're gonna be looking good. Another way of saying that. That's why you go to the fucking gym. Then when you sleep, the next day you wake up. Oh, guess what? Then you start looking good, baby. You checking out the fucking yourself in the mirror. Tomatoes, tomatoes. Which one do you like? You pick, motherfucker. The day you go to the gym is not the day you're gonna be looking good. Was that deep? It could be though. It could be depending on where you at with it. But I'm that nice too. I mean, it's always gonna be good. Yo, listen, I always put my money on me. That's how I do it. That's how I roll. You know what I'm saying? How good would I be if I don't use me? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I would have to be a sucker not to be me, man. And I'm not a sucker, nigga. I'm always be me. It's beautiful. Ultimately, that's where we're going with it. But anyway, to recap, so now I want you to see the direct relationship now that exists between nature and yourself. That's why in the Kabbalion they talk about those different planes, right? And then he says the Hermetic principles, they shadow each other in all of those different planes. Beautiful. What the fuck does that mean, right? Well, that's why I'm here, nigga. Lucky for you. You must be good looking too if you're here. Come on, man. This is for the good lookings, the livings, the people who know who they are. You see, again, on a whole, there's levels with it. When you become the true creator, you understand all of it. You embody it all. That's how you are in the world, but not of the world. Now, there's levels in this. There's levels in this. And that's how you become a god walking amongst the men. You know what I'm saying? This is for the listen, man. You got to sit among the fucking elders for that one. The conversation is different. Definitely, definitely it. But the conversation had always been different. That's why this type of knowledge, you have to discover it. That's why they call it the occult. You got it, the hermetic. It's always hidden. You got to find it. You got to look for it. So now, to get back to the conversation, now that you understand there's a direct relationship with you and nature, that's why we don't separate ourselves from nature. The foundation of African spirituality is ma'at, is harmony. You have African kid riding on motherfucking alligators. These niggas are playing with alligators, dog. So this type of reality is on a whole different level. So now, what you would call the beast, these niggas are chilling with the beast. Does not sound somewhere similar in the Bible on how or even the lions, the you know what I'm saying, would be so friendly. Yeah, it's in front of you. Kids in Africa are showing it to you. Surprise, bitch! They fucking showing it to you. It's right in front of you. These niggas are playing with alligators. Now, meanwhile, niggas in America, you know what I'm saying, you getting your 12-volt battery cars. These niggas got a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? That's why you see an Avatar. Yeah, that's the type of time I'm on. It's the same life. The Avatar's life, them niggas in the tree, and then these other motherfuckers cutting up the tree. The same life, but different understanding. different realities. This is your spiritual battle, baby. This is your battleground. You know what I'm saying? This is where you're gonna have to get it together. You know what I'm saying? You got to get your jab right. You know what I'm saying? You got to be nice on the feet, baby. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the fuck you do, that's what becoming conscious is. How do you like it? How do you want it? It's being said in so many different ways in different religion. That's why you have to go beyond your fucking nation. Don't be boxed in this motherfucker. I mean, if you're gonna be a god, be it by all means. I'm just saying. And again, even us using the word God, we are reflecting a greater sense of us. That's why it is done in our. It is being reflected in our language. And here, I'll give you a perfect example. That's why you guys got to see that other video, man. You know what I'm saying? Where I was talking about, your elemental nature, your the way you learn, the different intelligence styles, right? Some people are more earthy, meaning, you have the people that had to see it for them to understand it. Then you have your air people, which are mental people. You explain it to them with the logic and what you're saying, they could put the logic together, then they understand it, they process it. Then you have your creative, imaginative, your air, yeah, I mean your fire niggas. You know what I'm saying? Then you know what I'm saying? Different ways that people learn. But what they truly, again, that's why the occult, it gives you a deeper understanding. Literally, you go a little bit deeper than what you're seeing, than what you're looking at. You're looking underneath that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like once you see underneath it all, you know what I'm saying? Like nigga, you ain't got nothing on me. I know what you got. I see your hands. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you could dress however the fuck you want. You got a dick underneath that shit. You see what I'm saying? Oh, you got a pussy. Whichever way you want to go. You know what I'm saying? That's why knowing the truth sets you free. You know what I'm saying? Oh, nigga, I'm shit. I'm free. I always had been, but you didn't know it though. You know what I'm saying? That's how you may feel however you feel, but it never happened though, and will never happen. Will never happen. So, as a spiritual healer, I also, I am also the equalizer. You know what I'm saying? With my energy, some people will get their karma because we expose, we take, in so many different levels, we delve into the darkness, we search for the light, then we bring it out. And we do that in our speech, we do that in our energy and understanding. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why the shadows, they love us. To say the least, they love us. And as a consciousness or the Christ like, that's why humanity, or let's just say the average people, would not like you. So you are living that story too as you're going through the transformation, as it is all mental, and that's what the narrative is all about. It's gonna be manifested in your life. That's why the words got to be made flesh. And that's what this shit is about. Your humanity is your spirituality. There's no way around it. And it's being reflected. I mean, there's so many clues. Like, how do you get it so wrong? When you dissociate self or like you got it so fucking wrong. Like how? It's not even logical. All right, I get it. You being tough. You know what I'm saying? Go on with your tough self. You just being tough, man. Real tough. To a point where you hurting yourself. You so tough, you hurting yourself, man. That's how tough you is. God damn. I'm free though. Always been. You know what I'm saying? And this whole understanding is to set you free. See, I'm not here to box you in. To be a teacher, spiritual healer to help you to get out of it. I mean, this is my listen. I walk what I talk. You know what I'm saying? And in so many words, when you don't walk on that light, then you look in the box people in. That's when you have people who have their insecurities, what you're calling your haters, envies, jealous, stupid motherfuckers. They got it all fucked up because in one of my recordings, I talked about that too. You can't see perfectly. That's why when we talk about becoming in alignment with yourself, if you're not emotionally correct, your state of mind, the way you're looking at things, is going to be all fucked up. That's why, again, they got to come together. You have to combine your masculinity and your femininity. Your emotions and your intellect got to come together. There were never you got to use your intellect more. You know what I'm saying? That's Similac. I mean, I get yeah. It plays. This is okay, but we're talking. There's layers to this. That's like in the spirit. Let's just say in the spiritual community, so to speak, because it's all fucking spiritual. The news is spiritual. YouTube is spiritual. Everything's spiritual, motherfucker. But they're trying to say in the conscious community, or I mean, I think they call it that way too. But they're a little more conscious. But their consciousness need more consciousness. Yeah, I said what the fuck I said, nigga. It's like it's all spiritual. That's why the true masters, again, that's why they always never truly seen, but they're out there though. And that's why when the student is ready, the master's always there. You feel me? Just get ready. You'll see. I'm just testifying, nigga. You don't have to believe me. Better yet, you can see it for yourself. That's what I tell niggas. But like I saw it for myself, so I have to testify. You know what I'm saying? No, sir. I saw it with my own eyes, nigga. No, 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 no. Saw it with my own eyes. I saw him with my own eyes. I don't want to hear what you got to say. Or what you got to say got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Because we ride on our enemies. Oh, shit. 420. You know what I'm saying? Because I definitely have to do something. Now, with that being said, this is gonna come out, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I think I'm gonna have to make a part two of this because, everything that was said needed to be said. So I'm gonna call this being in your element part part one. But understand this, and I gotta make the connection and seeing how you reflecting nature in yourself. So when we talk about, the different intelligence styles, some people they learn through music, they learn through that, they are reflecting certain type of, of elemental traits in you. So like the person that has to understand it logically, that's the mental, that's what the air is. Or let's just say someone who's grounded or earth element, right? So therefore, they gotta touch it, they gotta feel it. But understand this: as they touching it, they are also activating the other elements in them. Because the purpose of them touching it is just the method in which now they're gonna use their air energy. That's why to be conscious, that's where a lot of people fall short in. Let's just say that when they talk about astrology, that's why if you're gonna get a reading, you'll see the person will tell you whatever your sign is, it don't matter. If that message, I mean, you're gonna get the message. The sign doesn't matter, bro. Not that it doesn't matter though. It all work together, but you have to under. Do you see what I'm saying? Because you need to understand your sign help you just like when we talk about to know who you are. That is when you know how you learn best, you make yourself better. If I know I'm an earth sign or an earth element, I gotta touch it for me to understand. Why for me wasting my time and trying to be an air person, trying to understand logically what you're saying? Make that make sense. And we understand that. That's why we say some of these people, they're not necessarily stupid, but they don't learn the way you learn. And the way we learn, the way I learned, the way she learned is reflecting some shit that's taking place in nature. So our direct connection to nature is that we also project those nature traits. And that's why we speak like that too. Oh, you know what? I'm not gonna waste my energy with that. Or I'm not gonna pay too much attention into it. So you're referring to energy in you. But yet we are not conscious. That's why we are sleepwalking. In those movies, they will show you the zombies. I mean, you breathing, but you're not alive. That's why the whole purpose of you being here is for you to become alive. That's why if you understand that, it doesn't matter you being born or you die. It doesn't matter because those are just nothing but portals. Meaning you come in from one door, you're gonna come out from the fucking other, and that's death, which is transformation. Even in our language, we say transition. But yet again, although we're saying all this shit, we're still afraid of death. We're still afraid of a lot of bullshit. But yet, our very nature, that's why when you don't know who you are, the whole thing here is to help you to remember to know who you are. So you only separate shit from you because you don't understand your true nature. To know your true nature, is to have a deeper understanding of your environment because you are nature. Your nature and nature goes hand in hand. So our ancestors, we understood that. That's why we learn from nature. We worship nature. We were nature. Nature is us. But most importantly, I also wanted to say this to say, even in our society, we don't call it earth element. We don't say somebody who's got a touch. We'll say probably, I don't know, like there's different terminology that they actually use for it. Then something lately that's becoming very popular is emotional intelligence. Well, emotions, water. Of course, we don't talk about that. But anyway, I'm saying all of that to say, in our language, we are reflecting our nature, but we're not conscious of it. That's why a lot of us are sleepwalking. Every sacred text that was all that had always that was written is all about you knowing who you are. No, now how it's being understood, varies from people. But that's why we got to raise your consciousness so you can see it from different angles. That's why you are the creator. This talk is different here. This is for the gods. Now you understand your assignment here. You know what I'm saying? To understand your assignment, you already got it done, baby. I'm trying to get you, you know what I'm saying? So for you to understand that. And of course you're gonna have to grow, you know what I'm saying, making your connection. That's what the journey is. And it's gonna be projected in so many different worlds. That's when you'll see people in church. They talk about evil. They talk about all this shit. You know what I'm saying? They talk about people all hating on you. Again, this reality. Satan, Satan used such and such. Then now you call that person evil. It's all spiritual. Then you calling such and such evil, or such and such got possessed. Or succubus, incubus, all that shit, right? But all of that is just a level of understanding. And then you say what? The devil can only go in with using weak people. But of course, they are weak. I'm trying to show you how those languages are being used. That's why you'll see the dramatic, the fucking, but ultimately, when you truly get to see it for what it is, that's you set free from all of that shit. You know what I'm saying? The fucking devil could be that too. But a lot of that shit has to do. That's why if you stand in your light, the devil has nothing on you. Oh, I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, nigga. I never fear evil. Never. Come on, man. Mm-mm. That's why we have no fear, man. We stand up for what we believe in. That's why I don't mask myself. I cannot forge this here. And I can understand why this is a problem for a lot of people. But that's the work I came here to do. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm a spiritual gangster, nigga. A spiritual killer too. I'm the fucking equalizer. I give niggas their karmas too. You're just due, baby. Time is up. How can this be a game? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it is, but it's not. It's not, and it is. You know what I'm saying? It's all one. So again, I was referring to, you know, trying to show you how we are reflecting in our, even though we don't know, we're not conscious of it. That's why you are spirit, even if you don't know it. And us trying to help you to remember who you are has to do with you knowing what, you know what I'm saying, becoming conscious or to get the Christ consciousness. That's what this shit's all about. You know what I'm saying? And so much so, that's why people do magic. Magic is nothing but a different aspect of you. When we talk about the law of manifestation, what we're truly saying is, nigga, like, it's more than just you going to work. You could work that way too. But now the question that you never asked though, but who the fuck is you though? That's where l'esprit comes in. You know what I'm saying? As you know who you are, that's how you are going free or becoming free of matter. That's why you gotta go in it. You gotta go through it. To go, how the fuck they say it? To go over it, you gotta go through it. Ain't no shortcuts, baby. You can only either you cheat yourself or you treat yourself. And that's it. Saying which one are you doing? It's either you kidding yourself, you know what I'm saying, or you know what I'm saying. It's either you love yourself or you don't or you don't love yourself. That's truly what it comes down to. And I love myself too much, baby. Mm, come on now. And this is not just a fucking emotional response, neither. I have tons and tons of fucking evidence to love it. Oh, it's been proven to me. I'm sold. Not sold in the sense of, just, saying, nah, nigga, like, I saw it for myself. You got me. Truly, I got myself. But anyway, we're gonna leave it here. I send you already know. Bra, my leg. Part two's coming up. We're gonna delve more a little, we'll be a little more serious. Love y'all.